Alright, here's part 1 of the review for the test on Tuesday. It says the distance formula is used on a set of points. What were the points that are used? Here's the distance formula. It's x2, x1, y2, and y1. And remember I told you if there's a minus sign, you're going to cross it off. If there's a plus sign, you're going to cross it off and make the number negative. So then we're looking for x1, y1, and x2, y2. So x1 is 0, y1 is -4, x2 is -4, y2 is 7. So those are the 2 points that you're going to plug into that were used to plug into this formula. Use a dilation factor of 2 to draw the dilation of the triangle. Dilation means to multiply. You're going to multiply by whatever your dilation factor or your scale factor is. So A, the point is at -2,5. The point B is at 3,5. C is at -2,2. And D is at 3,2. So we're going to multiply each one of those by 2 because that's our dilation factor. So -2 times 2 is -4. 5 times 2 is 10. -3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 2 is 10. -2 times 2 is -4. 2 times 2 is 4. And 3 times 2 is 6. And 2 times 2 is 4. Then all you have to do is plot the new points. -4, 10 ends up right there. So that would be A prime. 6, 10 is right there. So that would be B prime. C prime is -4, 4. So there's our C prime. And D prime is at 6, 4. So there's D prime. And then we just connect the dots. And there's our dilated rectangle. Find the midpoint of the 2 points. Midpoint formula is right here, so we label it x1, y1, x2, y2, and then we just plug it in. x1 is -2 plus x2 is 4 divided by 2, comma, y1 is 1 plus y2 is 3 divided by 2. -2 plus 4 is 2 divided by 2. 1 plus 3 is 4 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my midpoint is 1, 2. To find AB, we're going to use point A and B. That's the distance. So x1, y1, x2, y2. Here's my distance formula. So I'm going to do the square root of x2 is 4 minus x1 is -2 squared plus y2 is 3 minus y1 is 1 squared. 4 minus -2 is the same as plus a +2, so you get 6 squared plus 3 minus 1 is 2 squared. 6 squared is 36. 2 squared is 4. So we get the square root of 40, which reduces down to 4 square roots of 10, or the square root of 4 times the square root of 10, which is 2 square roots of 10. And you plug that into the calculator and it's about 6.2. 4. Give the parallel and perpendicular slope of the equation. Well, first we have to find the slope of our equation, and that's our m. So slope is -2/3. Parallel slopes are the same, so that is also -2/3. And perpendicular slope are opposite reciprocals. So my denominator goes to my numerator. My numerator becomes my denominator. This one's negative, so this one's positive. So my perpendicular slope is 3/2. 5. Regular hexagon. Anytime you have a regular shape, The lines of symmetry are going to be the same as the number of angles. So this is a regular hexagon. It has 6 angles. It's going to have 6 lines of symmetry. So it has 6 lines of symmetry, and to find the rotational symmetry, you divide 360, because that's the number of degrees in a circle, divided by the number of angles, which for this is 6, and you get your degrees of rotational symmetry. So this one has 60 degrees rotational symmetry, which means every 60 degrees you turn it, it'll be right back on top of itself. 6. What is the equation of a line in slope-intercept form going through 2 points? Anytime you're given 2 points, we use stat to find the equation, the slope, or the y-intercept. So you hit stat, you hit edit, L1 goes your x's, which would be -2 and 4. L2 is 1 and 3, because that's your y's. So here's your -2, 4, 1 and 3, and L1 and L2. Then you hit stat, arrow over to calc, number 4, and press enter. So here is your equation. Y equals, A goes in, this number goes in for A, so it's 0.33x, that's your slope, plus 1.67, that's your y-intercept. What is the slope of the line passing through these 2 points? What is the y-intercept? Again, we're going to use stat because it's asking for 2 points and it's asking for the slope and the y-intercept, which means it might as well be asking for the equation. So L1, L2, L1 is our x's, -2 and 3. L2 is 4 and -8. So here's our -2, 3, 4, -8. Now we hit stat, arrow over to calc, number 4, and press enter. So here is our information we got. This is our slope. So our slope is -2.4, and -0.8 is our y-intercept. Perpendicular lines have slopes that are, we talked about this a minute ago, opposite reciprocals. Parallel lines have the same slope. Horizontal lines have a slope of 0. And vertical lines have an undefined slope.